All right, what's up, guys? Hey now, back here with another review for you. Micronauts, the original Marvel years, Volume 1. They came from inner space, covering issues 1 through 20 and annual number 1, the years of 1979 to 1980. Written by Bill Mantlo, and we've got the first 12 issues penciled by Michael Golden, issues 13 through 18 by Howard Chaykin, and 19 and 20 by Pat Broderick. And what do we have here? The Micronauts. For those of you who don't know, the Micronauts were originally a toy line back in the late 70s and then eventually disappeared, as most toy lines do. But Marvel had the bright idea, or rather I guess Jim Shooter had the bright idea, to make it into a comic book that lasted for 5 years, from 1979 to 1984. Ran for 59 issues and then picked up again from 84 to 86 with Micronauts The New Voyages, which we will get in Volume 5 of Micronauts. And yeah, for whatever reason, and I'm still pissed about it, they will not include the X-Men and Micronauts 4-issue limited series. But we'll talk about that another day when we get to that point. Anyway, so right now, yeah, Volume 1 just establishes who the Micronauts are. We have Commander Arcturus Ran. We have Princess Mary, aka Marionette. We have Bug. We have... Okay, so it's not Acroyer. It's pronounced Acroyer. Acroyer. I just discovered that. Acroyer. And I discovered this because in the back of the book, with the extras, it tells you it's pronounced Acroyer. No, Acroyer. Fucking hate the name. We have... Yeah. Okay, so... Commander Ran, Marionette, Bug, Acroyer, and then we have Roboids, which is a cross between a robot and a droid. I don't know what the difference is, but okay. But they're called Roboids. We have Biotron and we have Microtron. Biotron was with Commander Ran when he was in suspended animation, hibernation, for 1,000 years. This is Biotron I'm talking about. Biotron shares a telepathic link with Commander Ran. Commander Ran went on a 1,000-year journey to telepathically link up with the microverse. Basically, as an explorer, he telepathically viewed the microverse. Why? I don't know. Probably some boring... I'm sure there was a reason, but I didn't care. It was just some boring, dumbass reason to waste 1,000 years of your life exploring the universe. Like, who gives a fuck? But he did that, and he woke up, him and Biotron, and then they get captured by this dude named Baron Karza, who's now taken over all of the microverse and wants to take over everybody. He just wants to subjugate everybody because that's what bad guys do. Hold on, I'm turning the air this way because it's hot as balls in here. Then we meet Princess Marionette with her little roboid, Microtron. So there's Biotron with Ran, Microtron with Marionette, or Princess Mary. Her and her brother, Prince Argon, who will later be called, Force Commander. He becomes a centaur because he's placed in a body banks, Baron Karza's body banks, and he gets altered from a human into a centaur, half man, half horse. And they're leading a rebellion against Baron Karza. Princess Marionette, her brother, Prince Argon. Later on, we meet Slug, who is actually a hot chick, and I don't know why they named her Slug, but she eventually falls in love with Prince Argon, while Princess Mary falls in love with Commander Ran. They try to escape. Princess Princess Mary does escape, and she hooks up with Bug and Acroyer. Acroyer. Oh God, I hate this. Okay, Acroyer and Bug are in the arena because they've been captured by Karza's dog soldiers and placed into the arena of death. But they escape. They hook up with Marionette and Microtron. Then they eventually hook up with Commander Ran and Biotron, and they escape. Acroyer. Acroyer, guys. Acroyer. Now I gotta unfuck my mind from saying Acroyer to Acroyer. his deal is, and this is kind of stupid, his name is Acroyer, and his race is called the Acroyers. Like, same spelling, same name, same pronunciation. It's stupid. He doesn't even have an original name, but it's Acroyer, King of the Acroyers. There you go. Later on, we meet his girlfriend, Celicia. I kept calling her Cecilia, but it's Celicia. Celicia, however you want to. It's like Alicia or Alicia, however you guys pronounce it, whatever. I said Celicia. So, and Bug, another stupid name, so unoriginal, has a girlfriend named Jasmine who also hooks up with him, with the group. Later on, of course, she dies. And yeah, basically it's Star Wars. It's Star Wars, guys. It's Star Wars, but within a toy line. Baron Karza is Darth Vader. Commander Rand looks like and is Han Solo. The droids, Biotron and Microtron, are basically R2-D2 and C-3PO. I guess Marionette is Princess Leia. There's really no Luke, no Luke matching. Yeah, not even Bug or Acroyer make that comparison. There's no Obi-Wan Kenobi. I don't know, but it's still Star Wars basically. This came out in 1979, so of course this is within the year, the craze of Star Wars, which came out before. And it's interesting with Bill Mantlo writing this series. It mirrors. It doesn't mirror at all. But I kept thinking about Rom and the Space Knights, which came out the same year as Micronauts, also written by Bill Mantlo. I'm surprised that there was not a crossover between them right off the bat. However, we do get some guest appearances. Man-Thing I'm talking about from the Marvel Universe. Man-Thing makes a guest appearance. The Fantastic Four make an appearance. In issue 15 through 17, they team up with the Micronauts to fight Psycho Man. Man-Thing is an adversary. Well, I'm kind of jumping ahead. So the first 11 issues is their war against Baron Karza. They meet in issue 2. They meet humans. They arrive on Earth. They meet Steve Coffin and Ray Coffin. There's the Prometheus Pit. There's this black dude who's a cyborg named Philip Prometheus, who creates this pit called the Prometheus Pit that bridges, it connects Earth with the microverse. There's also a space wall which connects the microverse with every other place. And that's how the Micronauts are able to breach Earth, is through the space wall. So then they meet Steve Coffin, who's the son of Ray. Ray was an astronaut at Cape Canaveral, Cape Kennedy, whatever, and that's where the Prometheus Pit is. So there's just a whole big saga. Steve's father Ray gets trapped in the Prometheus Pit with Philip Prometheus. At one point he becomes Captain Universe, who, as we remember, Spider-Man eventually gains those powers and other people do. It's a long, drawn-out saga. 11 issues, guys, from 1 to 11. It is like a continuous storyline, even though I think one supersedes the other. But overall, if you look on the posts, I made it one 11 parts storyline, because it starts and ends with Baron Karza's death. Yeah, that happens. A lot happens. So then issue 12, Acroyer returns home to the planet, what's it called again? Spartalac? I forget. But he goes home, becomes a king, hooks up with his woman, Celicia, and then he decides, oh, you know what? I don't want to be, by issue 14, he's like, I don't want to be a king. This is boring. This is shite. I'm going to go back and be a Micronaut. And then issue 13 is Bug. There's a two-part 13 to 14 where they think Bug has died during the battle with Baron Karza. Issue 12, I forgot. Acroyer's brother Shaitan betrays his people to Baron Karza, and then he faces death. But there's a duel between him and between the brothers. So that happens. 13 to 14 has Bug reuniting eventually with the Micronauts, but first he returns home to, what the fuck was this? Cradillak? God, these are the stupidest names ever for I don't even remember, I don't care. But you guys read the books. I encourage you to read it. And let me know in the comments if you remember. Oh my God. My fucking neighbors. I'm going to have another shout fest right now, guys. Okay. It's a little kid, a little Spanish kid, and he just makes noises. I fucking hate these people. Anyway, you didn't hear that. So then Bug eventually reunites with the Micronauts, and I don't know if you guys can hear that. Woo, breathe. And so that's it. That's the first 14 issues there. 15 through 17 involves the Fantastic Four and Psycho Man. There's this S.H.I.E.L.D. agent named Agent M, who he's part of the Cape Canaveral deal, and then warns the Fantastic Four about the Prometheus pit. So then Johnny goes in and goes inside the Prometheus pit for whatever reason, comes out giant size when the rest of the Fantastic Four face off against Psycho Man. Psycho Man attacks the Baxter building because they have his armor. So they hook up with the Micronauts because the Micronauts are in captivity of Psycho Man, and then Psycho Man unleashes hate, fear, doubt upon everybody except Marionette because she's left alone. And then, of course, the Fantastic Four and Micronauts defeat Psychonaut, but Bug's girlfriend Jasmine, who tagged along in issue 13 and 14, or issue 14, tagged along, as did Celicia with a Croyer. And now there's like 8 members, but Jasmine dies during the fight with Psycho Man, and then they split. The Fantastic Four go back to Earth. The Micronauts go to Earth, but they're in Saugerties now, and that leads to issues 18 through... No, 18 is a one-off, where... what was it? What was issue 18? They bury Jasmine, which is very sad, and then Bug disappears. I forget. Oh, God. Okay, whatever. Just read the book, guys. And then 19 and 20 ends with Ant-Man, Scott Lang, helping the Micronauts fight against this human named Odd John, who has these mutant insects. And Bug, he mutates Bug into their leader, and he's all like, ah! But, of course, they succeed, and everybody lives happily ever after. And that's pretty much that. 1920 features Ant-Man. So we had Ant-Man, Fantastic Four, a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, and Man-Thing appear from the Marvel Universe to integrate the Micronauts from a toy line into the Marvel Universe. Some things I didn't like were Bug constantly saying tick. There's this, he'll say a line and then there's like tick, tick. I guess he's chittering because he's a bug, like a grasshopper or whatever. So I just ignored those and just kept doing the dialogue. I don't know how you guys took it, if you guys read it, but I found it very annoying. Yeah, it's pretty much a Star Wars ripoff, knockoff. Of course, everybody, you have your archetypes, your heroes. Marionette, Mary, is in love with Ran, Commander Ran. He's in love with her. They have a thing. The droids are wisecrackers. Biotron and Microtron. Everybody has a girlfriend except now Bug, because she died, Jasmine. I'm sure Celicia's gonna die too at some point, and the Croyer's gonna get mad. And that's pretty much it. I'll check it out some more. The first few stories are pretty cool. Oh, and I forgot the annual. There was also annual 1, features pencils and inks by Steve Ditko, because Steve Ditko was probably like, fuck, I need a job because I'm broke. So they threw him a bone. Marvel threw Steve Ditko a bone and had him pencil and draw the annual. The annual was interesting. It was just, it was just how they all got together before, like their story before, and how they got together afterwards. So it's split into 3 separate chapters, all told of how the Micronauts got together, or how they initially were before and how they got together. Some backstory is that Baron Karza for 1,000 years was, I guess, Commander Ran is Luke and Han Solo combined, if you want to get technical. And I guess Baron Karza is Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi. Baron Karza was Rand's tutor before he went into that 1,000 year suspended animation, hibernation, whatever. He taught him, and he served as a scientist for his parents, Dallin and Sepsis. And Dallin and Sepsis were eventually killed by Karza. They became deified, and now everyone's like, by Dallin and Sepsis, or oh, Dallin's blood, or Sepsis's blood. Everybody just does these curses in their name because they're deified, even though they were human. They were the first to stand up against Karza and die, and those were Commander Ran's parents. They call him Space Glider in the panoply, where you see their faces and their names. It says Commander Arcturus Ran, aka Space Glider, but nobody calls him Space Glider. And thank goodness, because fucking Space Glider is a terrible, dumbass, shitty code name. So it's just Commander Arcturus Ran. Marionette, I don't know, she's Princess Mary or Marionette. I didn't care. At one point, they gave Bug a code name like Galactic Defender, but they quickly jettisoned that because it was just stupid. It's just stupid. Like, they don't know what these people's names are and what their roles are, but we established a bit of lore here. Marionette's parents, who were also king and queen of the Microverse, were also killed by Karza before Karza took over. And that's pretty much it. So, in a nutshell, guys, this is Star Wars. It's a Star Wars knockoff, but based on a toy line. But love it or hate it, guys. I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Let me know what you think. And with that, guys, oh my God, here we go. We're going to do the full 21 volumes, I guess 22. You guys voted, and you guys want me to continue to read. So I have not yet, but I will put it in order for volume 25, The Dark Gods, at some point when I finish volume 24, I guess. I guess I will continue reading, guys. But I will start with volume 1 of Thor, the God of Thunder. Michael K. Vaughn, if you guys check out his page, did a whole review he did his own great Marvel reading plan. So now I've caught up with him. So Michael, if you're reading this, I am now up to Thor. And that'll be it, guys. Once I read this, by the way, this means there's 21 more reviews before I catch up to the catalog. And then I'll do retro reviews and whatnot. But yeah, I'm now starting The God of Thunder, Volume 1, with Stan Lee, Jack Kirby, Joe Sinnott, and Don Heck also. But it's Stan Lee's show, 1962 to 1964. Journey into Mystery, 83 through 109, guys. I can't see, I'm blind as a bat. 83 to 109 of Journey into Mystery. So, yeah. What is that? The first 27 issues jam-packed. Oh, so if I do it within 3 days, like I did with Micronauts, that means 9 issues. So tomorrow, August 1st, 9 issues, and then I'll be done. So just mark it, guys. August 1st, tomorrow, I will start Thor, and I should be done probably by mid-September, maybe September 15th. I don't know, guys. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you've read Thor, what you think. What am I in for? Pray for me, guys, that I can get through this. I mean, I'll get through it. I'm not burned out yet, but I'm pretty fucking tired. I really am. All right, guys. I had a good time here. I think this was a good review. If not, then dislike it. I don't give a fuck. But like and subscribe, comment, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.